Hey everyone, it's John here from MCKAY, back with another video, and this video is going to be on some trades, some news, waivers, signing, just a bunch of stuff that has happened in the NHL today, and it's the day before, it's the trade deadline eve. Bro, it feels like Christmas Eve. It feels like one of those nights for hockey fans where we're going into it and we're just waiting for a bunch of stuff to happen. Just crazy stuff to go down. So if you're new, subscribe, smash the like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Got my little Habs blanket here, so Habs fans get a little comfortable because we'll go through your news as well. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll be live tomorrow all day for trade deadline coverage. So let's get into the first piece of news, which was Nikita Gusev signing a 1-year, $1 million deal with the Florida Panthers. So contract terminated with the Devils. It just didn't work out. They thought he was going to be the next big thing, and he just hasn't been. 5 points through 20 games. So this is an opportunity for Gusev. I actually like this a lot. 28 years old. He's going to go into a system with Huberdeau, Barkov, and I think Florida has proven through different players that they can really utilize or really bring the best out of certain players. And you've seen that from a guy like Carter Verhaeghe this year. You've seen that from Duclair at moments, right? You've seen it from a guy like Mason Marchment. So I really like the opportunity for Gusev with Florida. And I'm not going to go too much into it, but I just think Gusev, this is his chance to prove it and for him to get a contract. I think even if he does play well, it's going to be still a short-term thing. He's really got to prove himself at the NHL level still. All right, waivers. So I was going to maybe rant about this. This one's interesting for me. Habs fans, you can probably speak to this, and it's a little disappointing. Weren't we talking about like a year or two ago, like Victor Mete being like a top 4 defenseman and maybe in the future? Like this is a guy that Montreal wanted to invest in. And now from being on the top pair with Weber to being a 6th defenseman to being out of the lineup to now being on waivers after Bergevin said they wanted to keep him in the long-term plans. This for me is just poor asset management. I honestly just don't get how you get nothing for this guy. I will be entirely shocked if he clears. If he just gets through waivers. I don't see how it happens. But we've seen crazier stuff. I don't know. Who knows? But I just don't like it. But we'll talk about the John Merrill addition for Montreal here in a second. But yes, the Montreal Canadiens do acquire John Merrill, which is a huge move for them. And Sami Vatanen with the Devils, Alex Biega, Red Wings, DeKaiser, Red Wings, who's already been on waivers this year as well. Healy and Golubuff. Yeah, Mete's the big one here. I think Vatanen could be an underrated pickup for a playoff team, but Mete's the big one here. But I just want to get my quick thoughts on that. Obviously, I don't agree with this call, but they do get a big upgrade on defense. But we'll talk about this one first. The Washington Capitals have acquired Arizona Coyotes' 3rd-round pick in the 2021 NHL draft for defenseman Jonas Siegenthaler. And at first, my initial reaction, and sometimes that's why you have your initial reaction and then you have your analysis. So I've kind of gone a little more into this trade. I actually like it for the Devils, kind of. My thing is I've always had the mindset, if you're a rebuilding team, get as many draft picks as possible. Don't give up draft picks to get a guy that you could be getting in 3 years anyways when you're going to be good. For me, Siegenthaler's 23 right now. He's going to be established probably as a 26-year-old when the Devils become good, or maybe even sooner. Maybe the Devils are good next year. Maybe the Devils are good in 2 years. But I think this is a little bit of a project of a guy that might be a top 4 defenseman, but also may just have good numbers on a good team on a 3rd-pair role. We've seen defensemen and forwards too in a smaller role put up good numbers, and then when they're asked upon for more, they don't show it. But I think Siegenthaler is a good defenseman. I think at the very least he's going to be on the 3rd pair for the Devils. Through 7 games this year with the Caps, 0 points. Last year, 64 games, 9 points. He's a big guy, 6'3". He can hold his own. He's not this big physical monster in terms of how he plays, but he's big. He can hold his own. And I actually like Siegenthaler and how he moves the puck out. I think on transition he's really good. I've seen him take his time behind the net. I actually like Siegenthaler. I really do. But yeah, my problem goes back to just kind of the fundamental or just the mindset of what you should be doing if you're a rebuilding team. And that just goes into, okay, maybe if you're the Devils, maybe you could have sauced over a depth player and a lower pick. I don't know. But I just think a 3rd-round pick, especially in a draft, it's a 2021 draft that we haven't really been able to scout players in person, especially in the OHL. So I just think this draft is having a lot of question marks, so there could be steals in the second and third round. That's also my mindset here. So while we can't really evaluate what's going to happen, the Caps with that third round pick could get a steal. Who knows? And man, wins above replacement, like you're seeing it, even strength defensive numbers. Like I'm seeing high percentages in a lot of areas here. And yes, it is in a third pair role in terms of time on ice. When he does play, it's a very low time on ice. But yes, he is 23. As I've said, we really start seeing a defenseman come into his own at 25, 26, sometimes earlier, obviously. But yeah, 97% even strength. This is a guy that has shown very good underlying numbers in a third pair role, and I think he will be given a chance to play in the top 4 in New Jersey. Okay, so the big one for Montreal fans, Mete on waivers. They're panicking. They were like, what's going on? Some Habs fans are like, bye-bye, Mete. Who cares? They don't care about asset management. But they do pick up John Merrill, and they just solidify the top 7 once again. So you look at, well, Sherratt's out. So outside of that, you look at Weber, Edmondson, Kulak, Petrie, obviously, but Petrie struggled lately. And then you look at Romanoff, and now you look at, Kulak and I would say Merrill are similar in some sense. I think Merrill is more of that defensive defenseman. Merrill, 5 points through 36 games. I like John Merrill a lot, and if you look at his underlying numbers, even strength defense is there, and he's played in the second pair role for the Red Wings, sorry. So for the Red Wings, if you're putting up decent underlying numbers and you're showing well, that's something to be good with. The only problem I have, again, is you're acquiring another stay-at-home defenseman. Their only puck-moving or pure puck-moving guy is Petrie. And Romanoff has the ability to be just a great guy on both sides of the ice. And then obviously Kulak has some of those abilities, but you just sent down Mete through waivers. Petrie's your only pure puck-moving guy. And I've talked to Habs fans. A lot of Habs fans wanted another puck-moving guy on that left side. This is a great addition and only at a 5th-round pick of a cost. But again, are you missing that puck mover on that left side? That's the concern, right? Verbeek is also in this trade. He's got, I think, a handful of points or a couple points through a few games with Laval. But I like this move. Don't get me wrong. I do like this move for Montreal. My problem is are they still missing a puck-moving guy on that left side? And I would leave it for you Habs fans in the chat. So that's my mindset. I think if we go through the Canadiens lines right now, right now, Edmondson is with Weber, and I've talked to some Habs fans, and some Habs fans have talked about it. Our 2 shutdown guys like that. Yes, Sherratt and Weber did match up decent against some of the Pens guys last year, and it did work out in that sense. Kulak with Petrie, I know a lot of Habs fans like that, and then Romanoff and Leskinen. Man, Leskinen could be a decent option, but now you're bringing in John Merrill. So I wonder if Merrill is the guy with Romanoff, and if they keep that top 6 until Sherratt comes back. So when Sherratt comes back, that's your top 7. With John Merrill in the picture. So that's where I think they're going to go forward with, and that's what I see Montreal doing. But again, are they missing that left shot puck-moving defenseman? So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment. This was John from MCKAY Hockey. Hope you have a good one. Hope to see you in the live stream tomorrow all day, and we'll talk soon. All right, leave your thoughts in the comment section. All right, have a good one. Peace.